Hey guys, it's me. Got a question for you. How many of you are in a, not necessarily an activist thing, but how many of you guys are for equality? Now, I'm not going to send it to a certain group of people. I'm talking about all equality, all of it. I'm talking about like, pretty much what the U.S. was supposed to be, based on, and like freedoms, and being equal, and black, white, yellow, purple, green, polka dotted kind of stuff. Able-bodied, disabled-bodied, whatever, religion, whatever. Okay, are you about equality? Because I am seeing this, and this is in my own community for people with my disability, the isolation that they have put themselves into, and it's disturbing. Disabled people have been fighting for our equal rights for so long. I'll be honest with you. When I started school, my like elementary school, it was hard. I mean, we had to fight like crazy to get me a regular education. Most people with a disability, when I was starting school, this is like 1975. I know, I'm dating myself. Or maybe it was 74, but anyways, I'm old, okay? And it was like they went to special schools and they got special education, and it was very, very, very rare that disabled people went to college. I mean, it did happen, but it was very rare. And they did not get the same type of education as the other kids. But I was blessed. I was blessed to have parents that fought for me to get me a decent education. Now, I was not the best student, only because I have attention disorder, and I'm sure you guys can tell that. And back then they didn't know what that was, and it was like most of the time they call it hyperactivity. Well, I wasn't up and running around, blah blah blah. So, but still, I got an education that was equal to everybody else in that society that I lived in. And I did learn stuff, which is great. I went on to college several years later, actually a couple decades, but that's okay, because it was so worth it. So worth it, because I just, I'm very proud of the fact that, these laws and things are set for our equal rights, for equality. And this goes on for everybody. Okay? We all deserve to have an equal right on this planet. There will always be oppression, unfortunately. There will always be, the hunger, the disease, and all that. And I don't know why, and it really, really does bother me. But these, I'm seeing, like, people, especially within my disability, they do this a lot, and they like to sit there and go, okay, well, this is for, like, OI people only. I'm like, wow, you just set us back about 40-some years, okay? And when we didn't even go to school, okay, they kept us at the farm, it was not like it is now. And they don't seem to understand what we have fought for. And I think a lot more people that are disabled, that are older, that remember when we weren't so equal, when we were basically treated like freaks, that we still are at times, but we can put an end to that real quick, either with using our mouth or legally. And they went to isolate able-bodied people from their groups. And, so they could talk about OI things, which I'm like, You know, you guys are making yourselves look worse than what it is. RI is not a death sentence. It doesn't have to be a death sentence. It's in your attitude. You know, I really believe in mind over matter. I really do. I believe that certain illnesses, certain things that we might be prone to, can be not so much like avoided, but it's not as bad. You know, obviously, bones break easily, and it sucks. It's horrible, and it's very painful. But after that pain's over, and after, you know, they wean you off the medication for the pain like that, you know, but really, you know, it doesn't have to be that bad. It's temporary. These bodies, you know, are temporary. It's not forever. So enjoy what you have. And don't blow it for the rest of us. This is why people don't want to be around people like, you know, yourselves. Because all you want to do is talk about your disability and how you're so damn special. And you're not. You're not. You know what? Your soul is just like my soul, just like so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. Okay, in the end, we're all the same. It's not going to matter in the end. Now, y'all know how I believe, okay? And we're all going to be judged accordingly to how we've lived our lives. And I don't think it's going to be like, well, you know, because you were disabled, well, you know, just because you've treated people like shit the whole time that you've been here. And I can't believe I just said that. Oops, sorry. Just because, like, you treated people like they were dirt the whole time that you were on earth and you were selfish and, you know, I'm going to let that slide because you were disabled. No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. And, you know, you are what you are, and your next, how do I put this? After you leave this realm, okay, you are what you created. You can create a happy, blissful soul, or you can create this miserable, boo-hoo, and nobody wants to be around you soul, okay? And I don't want to be known as a boo-hoo, you know, crabby soul, okay? I've got enough to worry about, rather than or not people want to accept me because I'm a little person. If they want to accept me or not because I'm in a wheelchair, that's not important to me. What's important to me is that people like me for me, and if they don't, they can keep walking. I'm not offended, you know, because I may not want to be hanging out with them. See what I'm saying? So, but you guys are isolating yourself because you don't want normal people in your groups. And I find it highly offensive because my parents are able-bodied. My friends are able-bodied. Matthew is able-bodied. And these people love me. They don't see the chair. They don't see, they don't sit there and think that I'm oh so special. My friends will tell me to knock it off, shut up, get over yourself. You know, they do. And I appreciate that. You know, if I say something they don't agree with, they'll be like, oh no, I don't think so, that ain't how it is. You know, I have friends of completely different faiths than I have, but do you think we're going to argue over it or lose our friendship over it? I really hope not, because I love these people no matter what their path may take them, okay, after all is said and done here. And, you know, I love them anyway, and I can't help it. I just can't help it. And I'm not saying I'm always flowery to people, because I will tell people that they're stupid. I have no problem with that. You know, it's like, you need to rethink about what you're doing. You know, and I'm telling these people, and I haven't said anything because I don't want to start a feud, but I'm sure after this video, they're not going to like me and they can unfriend me. But I don't want to fight with them. But what I do want to say is, you're holding us back, people. For, you know, somebody's going to come across this and they're going to say, you are reverting back 50, 60 years when we were stuck inside a house and never left because they could not accept us, and you want to push us back because able-bodied people don't understand. You know what? They do understand. They understand more than you realize because pain is pain. It don't matter who's got it. It's the same thing. We all can relate. And if you want to sit there and complain about it and cry about it 24/7, you have so much yet to learn in this world. And you better hope you learn it in this life. Because personally, if you do have to do it all over again, it's going to suck, okay? And you'll have even more challenges. And you don't want that, okay? So, enjoy this life. Love anyone. And don't make it all about you. Don't make it all about your disabilities. And I'm focusing on disabled people in general, but right now I'm just really upset the fact that people like that have what I have are doing this. I am really, really upset about this because we're so blessed to have a good mind, and you're blowing it. You are blowing what society is missing, okay? We have so much to offer life. You know, I do, I love doing work for my church. And it's not because it's an ego thing. It's not anything like that. It's love the fact that I am able to do this. I feel blessed to be able to do these things. I'm able to get out of bed to be able to do these things. You know, people don't get how much more worse it could be. You know, I may not be able to speak, to communicate, to be able to spread the word of love and that kind of stuff. And people take these things for granted. Stop. You know what? Take the gifts and the things that you are able to do and work with them. And you know what? Your life will change drastically. And things will be okay. Not saying that you're not going to have to sit in your crap days, because you will. But it makes it a little bit better. Keep your faith. Love yourself. Love others. And you know what? You got to start trusting God. And that's just my attitude. That's my thoughts. My thoughts of the day. So, peace be with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. And it is long. And I don't care because I said what I had to say. Thank you. Peace be with you always.